Spoilers for the Injustice movie of 2021. So, first and foremost, this is my first quote-unquote review of a movie, so please tell me if you like this type of content and if I should continue making it and how I can improve doing this type of content. Thank you and enjoy the video. So firstly, yes, I have read the comics and yes, I've played the games, but this movie as a standalone film is still terrible, and here's why. Now, my first problem with the adaptation is the characters. They're simply dull, lifeless. They don't feel like the characters from the main DC universe or the Injustice universe. These are not the characters we know and partially love. Let's take, for example, Black Canary. Alright, we can't because she was completely cut out of the movie. But last, for now, the real example. Harley Quinn. Now, while she's somewhat of comic relief in the source material, she was also one of the deepest and most interesting characters. In the movie, she's just haha, funny sentence. Also, knockout gas, haha. Now, I'll give you an example of Harley Quinn in the comics. In the comics, Harley Quinn psychoanalyzes almost every hero because, as we all know, she used to be a psychiatrist, Harley Quinzel. But in the movie, she's just a comic relief character, and most of the time, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. Like, in the comics, she could tell when a character is angry or depressed. Most of them were. In the movie, she doesn't have any deep connections, and I think part of the reason is because Black Canary was cut out. Now, while we are on the topic of characters, where's Flash? I mean, I haven't seen him in the movie. Wait, what do you mean he's dead? I looked away for 2 minutes at the start and no one mentions him! What the fuck?
Oh no! Our table! It's broken!
Now, this actually frustrates me. In the comics, no, I'm gonna use that a lot, but just bear with me. In the comics, Flash represents the audience. He is the reader's morals. At first, he's on Superman's side, as most of the audience, because they agree that supervillains deserve to die, much like the Joker. But as Superman goes more mad and deeper into his tyrannical state, Flash is pulling away and finally switches sides, much like the audience at the time. But here Flash dies and is never mentioned, only to be replaced by Mr. Terrific. Now, nothing against him, but in the comics, he's not even there. He doesn't play a big role. Also, you can't just go from year 1 Superman to year 5 Superman. Like in the movie, Superman doesn't get Mr. Terrific's help, so he just instantly locks him up. Like, what? He didn't commit any crimes. And again, this is a stage in Superman's story where he locks up anybody.
If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight. Sun Tzu said that.
So anyway, another Superman shows up and gets beat the fuck up. So they bring pregnant Lois Lane, and bad Superman calms down. Which, how do you know he won't get angrier by seeing his dead wife alive in another universe? Get angrier and straight up murder her and everyone. Even for Batman? That's a fucking big risk. So, I guess they won because of luck, because they can't just have Superman start as he does in the comics, trying to do what he thinks is good, and most people agreeing with him, and by the end of the movie be year 5 Superman? I mean, they can't just do that, right? They can't just jump timelines like that, or jump in his arc. Right? Right? Of course they do that. Why? Because the plot needs it.
My dick fell off!
Richard Big Dick Energy Dick Grayson dies. Everyone knows this. Although in the source material, he dies by getting hit in the head by a stick Damien threw, therefore making him fall down on a pointy rock that snaps his neck. But in the film, he gets hit in the head by the stick, and there he goes. So he goes on an acid trip, heaven or something, and meets that being that made Boston Brand the original Dead Man. But took Dick weeks, hell, months to come back as Dead Man. But here he's just like, sup bitches, I'm back after 5 minutes. Also, Deadwing doesn't work. Stop. Please delete the film.
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
Superman's intentions are kind of mixed up. At first he wants to lock every criminal in a very secure prison, much like in the comics. But a week later, he murders a bunch of kids because they like the Joker. You can't just mix Superman in year 1 and later years. It doesn't work. It's not natural progression, right? And it just messes up everything if you want to have more Injustice movies. There is one good thing about the film, and that's the actions. The action scenes in the movie are great, and the best thing about this film, they're engaging, awesome. The last fight between Earth 1 and Earth 2 Superman is awesome. They ripped out Superman's special from Injustice 2. Great callback, by the way. And it's very well done. That's enough praise for this piece of shit. Now back to the bad stuff. Characters' deaths, and I'll say this again, don't get acknowledged or even mentioned by other characters. Cyborg literally gets ripped apart in front of the other characters, and they aren't even shocked. They have no reaction, and it's just so disappointing to see these characters not act like the characters, but just like, oh, anyway.
Friend here, Justin, he's already taken, and he's cracked at Fortnite, my guy.
Batman and Superman's relationship. Here, it's just a bromance, you know? But in the comics, it's a strong friendship. So strong that Batman even tries to see things from Superman's perspective. Batman is even asked to be Superman's child, godfather, and he accepts. That's how strong their friendship was. Here, it's a casual friendship and nothing more. And it's really disappointing because almost the entirety of the Injustice fucking storyline is built on that strong friendship that got hit so hard when Lois Lane died.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So what the hell is up with Wonder Woman's character? In this universe, she's more of a warrior than a diplomat. She believes solving things in battle is better than conversation. So why does she disagree with Clark by the end? Why does she leave him? In source material, she's jealous of Lois and hates that Clark isn't with her but with Lois. So when Lois dies, she manipulates Superman. She gaslights him, fills him with hate, and is quote-unquote the main villain in the story. Here, she just has a crush on him and follows his every lead. And the main villain is Ra's al Ghul, who is just irrelevant to the story at the time that this movie takes place. Amazo. Why Amazo? He isn't even mentioned in the source material, let alone most of the other DC Comics, movies, or games. He's just there so they could span the movie time. And this is part of the story, not part of the creators. How fucking dumb does Superman have to be to put a literal death machine into Smallville where loitering is considered punishable by death? So, what do I think about it in the end? This movie could have been great. It would have been better as a series that slowly progresses into its 5 seasons. But alas, it's just disappointing. It was brought down by shitty plot and characters, although the action animation were great. Still sad turnout for the first film adaptation of this great story. Thank you for watching. I've been Sloth, and make sure to subscribe for whatever the fuck I'm doing now.
Amogus.